And now I've been gone for so long, I can't remember who was wrong. All innocence is long gone. I pledge allegiance to a world of disbelief where I belong. Walking disaster, the son of all bastards. You regret you made me, it's too late to save me. You regret you made me, it's too late to save me. As far as I can tell, it's just voices in my head. Am I talking to myself? Cause I don't know what I just said. And she said, as far as where I fell, maybe I'm better off dead. Am I at the end of nowhere? Is this as good as it gets? And now I've been gone for so long, I can't remember who was wrong. All innocence is long gone. I pledge allegiance to a world of disbelief where I belong. A walking disaster, the son of all bastards. You regret you made me, it's too late to save me. To save me, 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 to save me. And now I've been gone for so long, I can't remember who was wrong. All innocence is long gone. I pledge allegiance to a world of disbelief where I belong. Walking disaster, the son of all bastards. You regret you made me, it's too late to save me. We'll be home in a while. You don't have to say a word. I can't wait to see you smile. Wouldn't miss it for the world. I will be home in a while. You don't have to say a word. I can't wait to see you smile. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
You like D&D, Audrey Hepburn, Fangoria, Harry Houdini, and croquet. You can't swim, you can't dance, and you don't know karate. Face it, you're never gonna make it.
I don't want to make it. I just wanna.
You down or have you go? It's better out this way for all the dirty looks, the photographs your boyfriend took. Remember when you broke your foot from jumping out the second floor? I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Show you that it's not the life it seems.
know? You got something in your eye.
Trust me. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Well, I'm not okay. I'm really not okay. I'm not
Don't cry, she'll be back tomorrow. Take back all the time you borrowed. I'm no longer afraid to tell you that I need you, and I wish that you would come back for more. Myself tonight. Oh no, he's back.
That's right, baby. I'm here. Still not queer. Much to the chagrin of very some men out there. Still not queer. Swear to that. Swear to that. How's everybody doing, man? It's Tuesday after Memorial Day. We're officially in summer season, right? I don't know if it's officially summer yet, right? But it's officially summer season. Okay, so that's exciting. That's exciting. The man of the hour, at least for Thank you. I don't know if I'm the man of the hour. I'm the man of something. I don't know if it's the hour though. I don't know if it's the hour. Had a good time on Twitter today. I don't know if anybody follows my Twitter, but I was fighting with a booby streamer. I don't even know if she streams. I think she's just OnlyFans. I think she's just an OnlyFans girl or whatever. But so I'm gonna go over that. We'll do roll call when I come back. We'll go over a little bit of my Twitter fight today that I had. And it's just gonna show you just how completely delusional some people online are. But yeah, so this is J-Sauce knocking someone out. Oh.
lately standing for what's right.
Yeah. I gotta really fix that though. I keep forgetting to make it bigger. I keep forgetting to make it bigger, but bigger's not always the most important thing, right? I mean, I don't have to worry about that, but I'm sure some people do. I know Phallic Weapon don't. I mean, you don't have a name like Phallic Weapon unless you're packing heat, you know what I'm saying? I can be deluded sometimes. Yeah, everybody can. Everybody can. Thank you, J-Sauce. I know you don't like the kneel part. So, well, I'm gonna edit that and I'm gonna make it better. I'm gonna put it on there as bigger, better. All right. I've been cranking out videos though, so I keep forgetting to do it. I heard EG loves Twitter fights. Apparently I do. See, because people want to talk recklessly online, and then they don't want to hear from anybody who disagrees. And if they do, they just send their minions after you. So I'll show you a little bit about what happened there. But first, I gotta do roll call. We got Summer Kilbane in the house. Hi, EG. I got an 8-week-old kitten yesterday. Oh, nice, Summer. Do not pull its tail. Whatever you do, do not pull its tail. I see Rajajira want me to grow it. Grow what? Oh, she's probably talking to someone else. I heard EG loves Twitter fights from Carla Stop. You ain't wrong, girl. You ain't wrong. There's Soul and Luna. I heard that too. Yep. I'm reading it backwards, but it still works. J-Sauce says, nice timing. Yeah, that's our lovely J-Sauce knocking the shit out of someone who talked recklessly around her. I can be deluded sometimes, E-Shift. Yes, I know that. We all can. Phallic Weapon says, I saw also like the haircut. I did. I trimmed it just a bit. It was getting a little long. You know what happened was I woke up one day and I went like this, and my hair was under my back, and I yanked it real hard. And I was like, if I do that too often, I'm gonna end up going bald, which, you know, I'm not a spring chicken anymore, so I had to worry about that. But it'll grow right back out. You know, my hair grows pretty fast, so. But yeah, I thought I liked the, a little shorter for the summer. This is about as short as I'm going. No, I'm not cutting it any shorter than that. I like my hair long. Long hair don't care. You have 2 streams on. Yes, Nikki Jernigan, I do. That's because once later with lately, or later with now EG lately, once that gets to 500 subscribers, I'm going to be moving my streams from EG lately to later with lately specifically. So make sure you subscribe to that channel, because that's eventually where these streams will be moving to. And we're only like 80 subs away, I think. Something around like 80 subs away before I can do that. I have to make sure I can get monetized on there, though. I don't think I can monetize it for ads, though, until later. But I do think I can get like super chats and stuff. We'll see what happens there. But 500's the magic number. I've already gotten the 4,000 watch hours on there, thanks to you guys. Neon Treon's in the house. Good to see you, Mr. T's 2 gold chains. Good to see you. HP Queen says, doing great. You just got married. Congratulations to HP Queen on getting married, finding that love, which I will have an update later for you guys who've been keeping track of the EG love story that I've been telling you about is ongoing. I'll give you an update on that situation. Let's see. Crazy Cat Lady of 8 kids. Ain't summer like June 20? It probably is. It probably is, but I know that Memorial Day kicks off the shore, like the shore time. I see Mystic Gaming in there. Good to see you, Mystic Gaming. Phallic weapon, what's good? He says. I'm assuming it's a guy because I don't imagine a girl would have phallic weapon as their name, but that would be pretty funny. Maya Draco Lezovsky, good to see you. What's up, latelies? That's right. What's up, all the latelies in the house? Who else? Did I miss any? I know I gotta make sure Sarah Nona Little, I didn't miss her because she'll snap on me at a moment's notice. Oh, by the way, guys, hang on real second. I gotta show you something. Guess what Soul bought me? Guess what Soul bought me? Finally bought me the Modern Paul official hat, guys. I told you she would do it. I told you. I'm just kidding. Soul did not buy me this. This was actually Daniel's crew in the chat that bought me this. So, what do you guys think? Is this my new look? I feel like an old woman. I feel like an old woman wearing this thing. I'm just Blue Jay, the bluest of jays. I almost missed you. I could not do that. I cannot possibly miss the bluest of jays. Who else do we got here? I know you guys are probably typing Kangalopes in the house. I was 12 when I first heard this song. Yes, Marie F's in the house. Good to see you, Marie F. I like playing the classics. Those are the types of music I grew up with. I know that My Chemical Romance is like politics are extremely crazy, but I still like their music. Timey Wimey, how you doing, Timey Wimey? Good to see you. And yeah, New Moon Rising, Sarah Daniels crew, Blue Jay, yeah, saying hello to everybody. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. All right, now let me go down and see here what's going on with the chat. There she is. I see Blue Jay. Daddy Scambait joined. He's not tardy for the party, which is good. That's good news. Who else we got here? So many members, dude. I love it. Look how many members there are, dude. You guys are amazing. I think they said that we had like 50 some members, which, wow, that's crazy to me. I imagine EG mowing the lawn with this hat. Yeah, this is the jam right here, guys. This is the new look we're going for on the stream. Okay. I'm gonna wear it again another time, but not today. I can't hear myself. I can't hear myself with the dang headphones, man. I can't hear myself with the headphones. All right, that's better. Now I can hear it because I wouldn't be able to watch any videos with that thing. I don't know how he does it. He must have earpieces or something. Lady Siski Kasuke, good to see you. Don't be surprised if we get a couple trolls in here tonight at some point. So mods, be on point with that. No, I don't care. I'll tell you when they can go. But yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if there's a couple trolls that find their way into the stream tonight. Mainly because of my X drama that I started today. By simply pointing out that, being a booby streamer isn't exactly a hard job. And I think she got a little mad about that. So let me see here if I could pull up my ex real fast. Not my ex-girlfriend, the ex official site. I gotta log in on this thing here. Oh, excuse me, I burped. I burped. There's some crazy chick named Poppy? Poppy something? Okay, hang on. Okay, so this is where it all started. Okay. Hang on, I can switch over now. I can switch over. Let me make sure everything's working over there. Okay, good. All right, let me just make sure that the messages aren't up. Okay, good. So essentially, 2000s Gwen Stefani performing Hollerback Girl at a mass, right? So she saying doesn't hit the same from a Republican because apparently Gwen Stefani is like a Trumper now because she dated Blake. I guess she's married to Blake Shelton, right? And Blake Shelton's kind of Republican. Oh, Daniel's crew, thank you. Daniel's crew says, thanks for showing off the hat. Made me smile. You're very welcome. Thank you so much for sending it. I will wear it again at some point, but I got to wear the earbuds when I wear that hat because if I try to do it with these, I can't hear anything. And then we got Marie F with $5 says, love you, EG. Love you in the chat too. I got to go. Sorry, loves. No worries, Marie. Thank you for showing love. That's all we care about. It's just a little bit of love, a little bit of drop by, say hello, and then you can roll out. But come back later. We'll be hanging out. It's a anything goes type of night. So we're going to be talking about all kinds of shit tonight. Okay, guys? We're going to be doing like, maybe we'll call it hot topics or something, but we're going to be spending a little bit of time on different topics that you guys want to talk about. Okay. We're not going to get wrapped up into an hour-long video. This is my hopes of trying to get the stream to be about, more like a show, like a TV show than just an hour-long stream where we're just going to hit multiple topics instead of like spending a whole stream on just one topic. But okay, anyway, let's go back to what I was saying here. So this is Gwen Stefani performing Hollerback Girl. And this girl says, this is Poppy Alexander. This is some girl who's an OnlyFans star. If you go to her thing, you see she just basically kind of gets, you don't need to see that. I followed her, because I like boobs. Simple as that, right? I like boobs. But she has terrible fucking takes. Terrible takes when it comes to like politics and stuff like that. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're a liberal. What I do care about is painting broad brushes and saying that everybody on one thing is evil. And that doesn't matter if that's Republicans saying all liberals are evil. I have a problem with that too, right? Because I'm kind of more centrist. And it sucks too, because every time I feel like Linda Newton says lately, how do you feel about streamers encouraging their members to dox? That would be a terrible thing. They should not do that. They should not. Are you talking about Augie? Because I did see something with Augie about that. But no, I do not think streamers should be encouraging their members to dox. Because as the old chubby one himself, Nick Diorio says, don't touch the poo. Carla Stop says, I heard EG forgot Carla. I did not forget you, Carla. I think I even mentioned you twice in the whatchamacallit. Yeah, any doxing of any kind is not a good thing. We had a situation like that, and we addressed it immediately because, frankly, it's one thing to talk about topics. It's another thing completely to dox somebody. So, we don't do that. Do I need to remove my impressionable cat from the OF images? No, I'm not going to show you any more of her. That was just a quick show of her. But as you can see, okay, she's got 86.6K followers on X, right? But you would think that this girl, well, she probably does just do this as a living, right? I don't think that she's got like a YouTube or anything. No, it's just, it just looks like she's a professional e-harlot. Yeah. So lover of animals. Yeah, whatever. Funny way longer than I've been hot when she's neither. So she got great set of boobs. I'll give her that. Okay. But, so she said, we got into this like big argument. She says, doesn't hit the same from a Republican. And I said, that's because you lack critical thinking skills. I said that because I was basically saying, like, if you can't realize that not all Republicans are evil, then, you obviously can't think critically. And you've gotten through life with them big old boobies and never had to work for something. So then apparently that pissed her off because, as you could see, my tweet got 9,278 views. Only 13 likes, so I guess I found my way into a far left echo chamber, which is always fun when that happens, right? It's always fun when you run into a far left echo chamber. So of course, like, I've always told people socially I'm kind of liberal, and no, I did not want to do that. Socially, I'm pretty liberal, and fiscally, I'm pretty conservative. So no. Oh my God, stop it. My OBS keeps stealing my chat away from me. Okay, that's better. I like it right there. You got a piece of her. Yo, she came, dude. She got really like. I didn't expect. I usually expected her to make like. I maybe expected her to kind of say like a throwaway thing, right? But she straight up just started like obsessively talking with me and she sent like her minions after me too, which was really funny because there was this one specific guy who so she basically retweeted this and then said, I've only had them for 3 years actually. I graduated college with honors and biology degree, and then I got them big old boobies. So I guess she just decided to abandon the degrees and just focus on being a booby streamer, which, you know, I guess go girl, you do you. And then I wrote, if you were so successful, why do you got to sell your body? Oh, it looks like that degree hasn't worked out. Because she's basically like, she took a shot at a whole half of the country. Okay. You're going to take a shot at the whole half of the country. I'm going to take a shot at you. But she didn't like this. So she ended up retweeting mine. Like I said, she has almost 90,000 followers on Twitter and an army. And I mean, I'm telling you guys, she's got an army of simps. Okay. And they got so mad at me for pointing this out that we had a back and forth for a while. I'm not even going to show the other guy because he's kind of stupid. Degree versus boobies. Yeah, I know. You talk about how smart you are, yet you go to school, you rack up all this debt, and then you go, you know what? I didn't need this anyway. I just got boobs, and now I'm gonna just booby stream. I don't like Gwen since she took Blake away from Miranda. Yeah, I heard a lot of people say that. What's up, Sarah? Good to see you. Who is Poppy Alexander? Is she important? Can we hook her up with Modder Paul? I'm sure Modder Paul would love her. But she's a booby streamer. But more importantly, she is a Hassan Piker orbiter, right? Anytime that Hassan says anything, that whole group, Denim, she's desperately trying to get in with them. So you can tell right away that she's not, clicking with everything upstairs. Okay. She's not exactly, what can I say? Batting with all the players. She's not exactly, playing with a full deck. I guess that's all I could really say about that. Are you going to be Twitter versus Dr. Deb? Yeah, I'm just going to be Twitter versus now and just literally read tweets as my content. I'm sorry, but that sucks. I don't, there's nothing against the internet versus, right? A little bit against Bo Blocks. I can't stand that dude, but the internet versus is literally just a guy reading tweets. That's it. He just reads tweets. That's his content. I think it's stupid, right? But people watch it. I don't know why. Can't think of it, but anyway, they basically were laughing at me saying that nobody watches my content, which obviously that's a lie. Look at the chat. It's rolling, right? And we've been on an absolute freaking tear on YouTube lately, okay? Basically what these people do is they just move the goalpost. So if I say, if I had like a 30,000 view video, then they would just move he would just go, oh, well, look at you, didn't even crack 100,000 or you didn't even crack 50K. So what they do is they just make fun of my numbers and shit like that, not realizing that I've only been doing this for like a year. So I'm feeling pretty good about the direction of the channel. I don't really personally have any sadness. I feel like we've been absolutely ripping it lately. The Marvel stuff's working great. Everybody's like, oh, now you're a Marvel grifter. No, the fuck I'm not, okay? Because chances are I've been watching Marvel longer than half of y'all motherfuckers have been alive, so suck my balls on that one. But this is exactly, so I don't want to get political, but this is exactly why so many people leave the left. And this is why so many people on the right end up staying. You can disagree with a conservative and they'll be fine with you afterwards. You can agree with someone on the far left 90%, and that last 10% is enough for them to never want to speak to you again. And that is why so many people have migrated from one side to another, okay? That's why I kind of stay in the center, because even though I probably have zero in common with anybody on the far left. I have zero in common with anybody on the far right, right? I more or less kind of find myself bouncing back and forth like a pinball. Like sometimes I'm like, yeah, you know what? Democrats are kind of on something here. And then they'll smack me back with some stupid ass shit. And then I go over to the Republicans and I'm like, oh, they're making some sense over here. And then they smack me back over here. So I'm just a ping pong ball going back and forth. But the problem with that is I piss off everybody on the left. Nobody in the right really cares. So you tend to agree with them more, and you tend to be a little more protective of them. I would not be lying if I didn't say that I lean right? That's where my politics are. So when I see someone say, doesn't hit the same as a Republican, I'm going to fucking say something because you just insulted half of America, and all you are is a booby streamer. So I'm sorry, but, yeah, you might have got a degree, but what you're, when you're sitting there selling your balloons for fucking money, I'm going to probably say that you probably made some bad life choices, or you didn't have a dad, which I'm sorry for. If you didn't have a dad, Poppy, you probably didn't have a father. And that's very sad because if you did, he'd probably be pretty disappointed in you. But anyway, yeah, so that's the, that was the little Twitter drama that I was in earlier. So I hope that you guys can understand why I was coming in. And then there was another thing that happened right before we went live, which was a whole nother thing. So that's why I got late. I'm not going to talk about that though, because it's you guys. It's the community. Y'all be causing me gray hairs. You see this? I got some gray hairs because of y'all mofos in the Discord. But I love you all. Please remember that we are all on the same team. Please remember to respect Soul. Soul is in charge of the Discord, okay? Soul is in charge of the Discord. I make content for you guys. At the end of the day, it's my Discord, but I tend to let Soul run it because I trust her. She's been around for a long time. She kind of knows what I want most of the time. She's not perfect, so sometimes we get our Q's crossed up, but that's usually my fault because I tend to overly focus on content. If it was up to me, and if it, not that I don't love all y'all, but I would just do away with Discord altogether and just do YouTube. And that's not because I don't love talking to you. I'd want to instant message you or something like that. But the problem is when you get a lot of people in one area, right? You get a whole bunch of people in one little spot, especially when you talk about like controversial topics all the time. Eventually, people are going to have disagreements. You try to do your best to make sure everybody's treated fairly and everybody's happy in the end of it. But it just, sometimes it's a lot harder than it seems. And Soul so graciously stepped up and said, I will worry about that so that you could just focus on content. Most creators do that. Sometimes if Soul needs like, a second opinion, she'll come to me and go, what do you think? What should I do here? And I'll do my best. And typically I'm not like I'm not pierogi. Okay. I don't got 7 million subscribers. 8 million, I'm sorry, 8 million now. And I do my best to make myself available to you guys. So you guys, most of y'all know that my inbox is open to you if you really need it. But Soul is supposed to be in charge of the Discord. So, Soul just asks everyone to play nice in the sandbox as adults. Yes. And that's all we ask, right? We want to be a nice community. We don't want to be like the rest of the communities. Even though I'm over here cursing off this Poppy chick, right? Let me do that. Don't you guys do that. Let me do that, okay? Let me cause the trouble. You guys just hang out and have fun and be nice to each other. And then, we can make fun of people collectively. That's the goal here. But generally, we want to try to be nice, right? We don't want to be Poppy Alexander. We don't want to be other people, like the random chick that I shared that said, "You're ugly, please," because I laughed at her. She was like, "Oh my God. Men need to really grow up." I posted a fitness pic, and the first comment was, "Nice camel toe." Can you believe that? And of course, I thought that was fucking hilarious, so I just wrote LOL. And then she commented saying, "You're ugly. Excuse me, you're ugly. Can you please not interact with my Twitter? Because you're so ugly." First off, I'm not. Okay, I'm not like that insecure that I would think that someone would, I'm sure there's some people out there who would find me unattractive, but I think conventionally I'm a pretty handsome fella, right? So I don't have any qualms about that. I feel good. I feel confident about that I'm not like an ugly guy. So people just say that shit because they're evil. First off, another thing you want to do is like realize that X is literally a fucking game, okay? X is a game on the internet. Don't take it seriously because everybody on there is playing a villain in some kind, right? There's once in a while you'll run into a couple people who are like level-headed, but they're in the wrong place. X is Troll City. Ever since Elon bought it, it's like Troll City. It's like you go in there, it's like Blade Runner of the internet, right? You're going in there, it's like Thunderdome. You go on X in 2025, you're walking in the Thunderdome, bitch. It's like anything goes. People you can literally be scrolling, and next thing you know, there's a naked girl right there. It's usually Poppy Alexander though, so that sucks. But you don't look anything like that photo they posted. Oh, thank you, Soul. Valerie, super chat $9. Thank you so much. You didn't even put a message. Just showing me love. Thank you so much, Valerie. I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. And thank you. I needed that. I've been getting riled up today. That's why I just went, you know what? What are we going to talk about today? I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Anything goes. Your boy is getting violent today, okay? And then on top of that, like I have this little nerdy freaking guy who I guess decided that he was going to be Poppy's champion, acting like he was stunning on me online because I was working and I didn't have time to answer him right away. So every time I didn't answer him, he would go, "Oh, look, see? Gotcha. He was making fun of me for not having 5K subscribers. This guy had fucking 26 followers on X. 26, which I don't point out that stuff because personally to me, like, you aren't, like, the words that you say aren't as valuable as your subscriber count. I feel like that, you know, somebody, like, look at Pecan Head, right? The guy had less than 1,000 and he was doing important work, right? So I don't think that you should, anybody who defines you by your subscriber count is an absolute fucking loser. Don't get it twisted, okay? Anytime anybody has to go to pointing out your subscriber count or your views, they fucking are a loser because they have nothing else on you. He don't know nothing about me. And the funny thing is, like, if he was standing in front of me, I'd make him cry. Okay, I would literally make him cry. But unfortunately, even though X is kind of Thunderdome, you're not allowed to physically threaten people. Like, it's not like Xbox Live Lobby where you can go and be like, I'm gonna show up at your house and take you out. But yeah, basically, I would absolutely destroy that loser. I guess he thought that Poppy was gonna sleep with him or something if he just said a few nice words. Well, he's in for a shock when that never happens. But I did get Poppy to acknowledge him, so I guess that's fucking cool. So that's pretty neat. You know, he wins the day there. He's gonna goon like he's never gooned before tonight. I promise you that. Can we request Daddy05? I'm trying to return to the internet as a good dad, so leave us alone. You want to talk about Daddy05? If I'm going to look at Daddy05, like, is he back or something? Is there, like, new news regarding Daddy05? Because if he's not back, then I would watch Nerd City's video on it because it's freaking great. I bailed on live panel, lost 11 subs, and don't care. Hey, you know what, man? My subs are constantly flexing up 10, down 10, up 15, down 9. Like, it's just, I think that there's YouTube purges people out of your channel sometimes if they haven't watched something in a while. Is it just me or is EG's voice out of sync? Yes. Wait, it's a little off. It's just enough off that it looks like it's out of sync. But yeah, it's like a delay. It's like a pinch delay. That sucks, but you know what? We'll live with it. You guys are just going to have to live with it. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. He just posted. Oh, Daddy05 just posted a new video? You know what? I like it. Is there anybody else who wants to suggest something else first? I want to get it. I want to make it democratic. I don't want to just take the first topic. I personally think Daddy05 would be a great video, though. No EG, stop. What? Because I was going. Oh, Sarah. Yeah, Sarah's in the chat now, so she's gonna point out when shit gets weird. She's gonna point out when shit gets weird. Let me resync this audio though, but seems good here, but on my phone right now. Okay, yeah. So my mouth is off just a bit. I kind of look like one of them Japanese movies where it was like, my name is Carl. You know, and the voices keep going. So, I mean, that's kind of fun though, right? Is he really talking or is he not? No one can tell. No one truly knows, right? Shame on them, though, because what they don't realize is that I'm going to be a big YouTuber one day, and there's nothing they can do about it. Good luck. I will not let the booby streamers hold me down, baby. That's for damn sure. He told me that monster trucks were for kids. That's how I know you're gay, okay? That's how I know you're gay. Monster trucks are freaking awesome. If you don't like monster trucks, then you're obviously, like, depressed and unhappy in your life. How about Blair White is going a bit off the deep end? Oh, there is something I did want to show you guys real quick. And it was the Jordan Peterson Jubilee thing that I just think is was an absolute damn travesty. It's such a joke, to be honest with you. So this could probably be a clip because it's going to be that short of a... I got to start doing a couple clips here. But like I said, we're going to go over a couple different topics today. We can check in with Daddy05 too. We'll check in with Daddy05. So Jordan Peterson was just on Jubilee, and it was supposed to be titled Atheist, One Christian Verse, like 40 Atheists or whatever. And it didn't really go well. Like, a lot of people are saying, I mean, first off, the only people who are saying Jordan Peterson did terribly are people on the far left, okay? But I heard EG wishes he could be. I wish. I told her that. I said, yeah, if I had a big rack too, I'd probably have as many followers as you do as well. See, I've gotten everything I have through personality and talking, right? She just props up her tits and she's good to go. You know, forget about it. Sorry, I'm trying not to be derogatory. I don't want to say, like, I don't know if, like, tit's a bad word, but I don't know. It just seems dirty to me. I know we got people who aren't fans of, like, really bad language in here, but I got riled up today. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, okay, so this is what happened on X here. I heard EG has bigger boobs than all of us women. Yes, that's true though. I do. It was a funny watch. The format is so yeah. Jubilee sucks because if you try to use any of their content, they copyright claim you. Even if you try to fight it, they don't care. Like, they don't want to let you use any of their content, even if it's fair use or not. I don't know how they get away with it, but YouTube, like, falls for it every time. I've done incredibly super fair used versions of their videos, and videos have done really well, and they end up, like, getting copyright claimed because it's freaking Jubilee. Jordan, what does it mean to mean Peterson? Yes, that's about right. A lot of people were joking about it. Can you define that? Like, that was a lot of the issue. But this particular kid here that I'm about to show you came up there looking basically for a viral moment. He wasn't there for a debate. He wasn't there to try to win over Jordan Peterson with anything. This kid just went in here looking for a viral moment with Jordan Peterson, and he got it. And as per usual, the far left is eating it up, dude.
And sacrifice for.
Okay, that's it. That's your understanding of worship.
Well, I could flesh it out.
The kid looks like he's from that 70s show.
Okay, do Catholics attend to Mary?
Yes.
Okay, so do they fit that description of worship?
Yes.
So you would say Catholics and other people that revere Mary, like the Eastern Orthodox tradition, worship Mary.
Well, they might not put her in the highest
But
place.
you would put it that way.
No.
You just said it. Now you're taking it back.
There's
now?
still a hierarchy.
Okay, there's a hierarchy, but within the
There's something at the top.
All right, you can worship things
Mary's
below.
quite a ways up the hierarchy, but not at the top.
Let's go over your definition of worship again. What's your definition of worship?
What's your definition?
Attend to. Do
What's your definition?
Prioritize.
Do
And
Catholics
sacrifice for.
Can you define
do Catholics
Catholic?
attend to? Do they prioritize Mary over all other human beings?
No, I didn't say overall, did I? I didn't add that to my definition.
You understand.
I said there was a hierarchy as well.
You attend
So you can attend to something trivially, or you can attend to it deeply.
Okay, now you're adding stuff to the definition, but your original
I added
definition.
the hierarchy part at the beginning.
Are you
just
familiar?
didn't understand it.
Are you familiar with the Immaculate Conception?
Why is that relevant?
Because you go to a Catholic church, don't you? Or you've attended recently. You're interested in Catholicism, aren't you?
Sure.
You can already see, like, this kid's getting, like, riled up. He's just super mad. He's just super, super angry. Right off the bat. Echo? Fuck. Is there an echo? Oh, there probably is an echo. Okay, shit. Here we go.
All right.
Are you familiar with their doctrines?
Somewhat.
Okay, you're
Their
familiar.
doctrines are very
how do they
deep.
regard Mary?
Why are you asking me that?
Because you're a Christian.
You say that. I haven't claimed that.
Oh, what is this? Is this Christians versus
All right, hang on. I'll redo it. I'll redo it since there was dual audio, so that I could use it as a clippable link.
Can you be very clear about your definition of worship again?
All right, so pay attention
Tend to
here.
Prioritize.
Watch the kid just
sacrifice
get more
for.
and more angry as
Okay,
it's
that's
going.
it. That's your understanding of worship.
Well, I could flesh it out, but that'll do for the time we have.
Okay. Do Catholics attend to Mary?
Well, yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's one of the
So,
it's one of the 7 sacraments, I believe.
do they?
I was raised
fit
Catholic.
That description of worship.
Yes.
So you would say Catholics and other people that revere Mary, like the Eastern Orthodox tradition, worship Mary.
Well, they might not put her in the
Yeah, look at how this kid, he's like, oh my God, he's got him. He's freaking got him. Oh my God. He doesn't have him. He doesn't have him. This should be called Jordan Peterson versus a bunch of narcissists that think they are a lot smarter than they really are. To think that you are smart enough to go toe-to-toe with one of the most philosophical people in the world who has influenced millions to buy his books, you already are way in over your head just from that alone. But watch this kid. This kid thinks that he's truly like God's gift to debating or whatever the hell it is.
But you would
place.
put it that way.
No.
You just said it. Now you're taking it back.
There's
now?
still a hierarchy.
Okay, there's a hierarchy, but within the
There's something at the top.
All right, you can worship things
Mary
below.
is quite a ways up the hierarchy, but not at the top.
Let's go over your definition of worship again. What's your definition of worship?
Attend to,
Attend to. Do
prioritize, and
Catholics
sacrifice for.
do Catholics attend to? Do they prioritize Mary over all other human beings?
No, I
No,
didn't say
they don't. They don't. I don't know if this kid is clueless or whatnot, but being raised Catholic, it's Jesus, it's God, and then Mary, right? Like she's up there, but she's not. When he says it's a hierarchy, anybody who's been to Catholic Church knows this. It's common sense. Mary is not the end all be all. When you go into a Catholic church, you have Mary on one side, Joseph on the other, right? But then you have Jesus on the top, in the front and center. He's the star of the show. Jesus is the center of the Catholic Church, but at the end of the day, it's really God. God is the center of the Catholic Church, okay? I don't know where this kid's getting this information from. Again, I think he's just trying to trap him, as someone said in the comments. And Peterson was just asking him to slow down and have a conversation. Yeah, exactly. We're going to get to that. We're going to talk about it again. By the way, Catholicism and Christianity are separate. Yes, they are. But they are very alike. They're more alike than they are different, but they are definitely separate entities. They're two different religions. So this guy bringing up Catholicism and saying, you go to a Catholic church, right? It makes no friggin' sense. But this kid thinks that he's got Jordan Peterson on the ropes, and he really doesn't.
Overall, did I? I didn't add that to my definition.
You understand.
I said there was a hierarchy as well.
You attend
So
the
you can attend to something trivially, or you can attend to it deeply.
And now
there's
you're
a-
adding stuff to the definition. But your original
I
definition.
added the hierarchy part at the beginning.
Are you
just
familiar?
didn't understand it.
Are you familiar with the Immaculate Conception?
Why is that relevant?
Because you go to a Catholic church, don't you? Or you've attended recently. You're interested in Catholicism, aren't you?
Sure.
All right. Are you familiar with their doctrines?
He looks like he wants to
Somewhat.
fight
Okay,
him.
you're
Their
familiar.
doctrines are very
how do they
deep.
regard Mary?
Why are you asking me that?
Because you're a Christian.
You say that. I haven't claimed that.
Oh, what is this? Is this Christians versus atheists?
I don't know.
First off, okay, that's not Jordan. Everybody's acting like Jordan Peterson got caught because, Jubilee probably didn't tell him what the name of the show was going to be. Jordan Peterson probably got asked to show up and debate people, wasn't told that it was Christian verse whatever. So now all these people are like, oh, Jordan Peterson doesn't even know. He doesn't even know that it's one Christian verse 40 atheists. There was one girl, though, who did really good, and Jordan Peterson brought her back up at the end to talk about this. So I did like that part. But this is completely stupid. I don't know what the hell this kid's going on about, and I don't know why everybody was like just so excited to see Jordan Peterson get talked to at all. Gypsy says Catholicism, Christianity are different only in the secular organization of church. Yes, they are very similar. Christians do a lot of the same things that Catholics do, and well, at least EG, most people disagree or argue. Yeah, they're not the same. Catholics are not Christians. Christians are not Catholics. You go to a Catholic church and you sit down through the mass, you know exactly what's going to happen every mass, right? Because it's the same thing. It's very repetitive. It's actually kind of boring, unfortunately. But you go to a Christian church, it's actually really fun. Like the guy plays the guitar, they sing Kumbaya, they have a good time, they sing different songs. Not Catholic church. You get the priest runs the whole thing, the whole shebang.
You don't know where you are right now.
Don't be a smartass.
Well,
and I mean,
either you're a
'cause
Christian or you're
I won't
not.
talk to you if you're a smartass.
Either you're a Christian or you're not. Which one is it?
I could be either of them, but I don't have to tell you.
You don't have to tell me. I was under the impression
private.
I was invited to talk to a Christian. Am I not talking to a Christian?
No, you were invited to.
I think everyone should look at the title of the YouTube channel. You're probably in the wrong YouTube video.
You're really quite something, you are.
Aren't I? But you're really quite nothing, right? You're not a Christian.
Okay, I'm done with him.
I mean, it completely. There's no reason to treat him like that. Again, I think this kid was more interested in like a clickable moment than he was interested in actual discussion on anything. He went in there thinking he was gonna stun on Jordan Peterson. Anybody with common sense can see this kid just came in here to act like like he had supremacy over Jordan Peterson. He doesn't. All right, he came in completely classless. He came in with a bunch of attitude. There was nothing impressive about that to me at all. I'm sorry, I just don't. You get an opportunity to sit down with one of the brightest minds of the 21st century, and this is how you just choose to act. I just think it was incredibly rude. Exactly, Soul. Yeah, he's a little punk. That's not debating. No, that was not debating. That was just, listen to me, Mr. Peterson, because I know everything and you know nothing. And then I'm going to end it by saying you are nothing. Like, how do you sit there? Okay, the guy's a best-selling author, all right? He's probably going to have more money than that kid will ever have in his whole entire life. But yeah, let's go with he's nothing, okay? That makes a friggin' lot of sense. I don't support organized religion, but I never speak to anyone like that. Listen, my take on this is that religion is. I had a conversation about this the other day with somebody I was on a date on, because she said, "I think you're a little more religious than you might think you are," and I said, "No, I'm honestly I'm not, because I don't really follow a specific religion, but I do feel like I have a relationship with God that's like my own, and I don't even know if it's God. It could be the universe. It could be the galaxy. It could be whatever it is that is the energy that is pushing us as human beings, whatever spark is our consciousness. I do feel like, energies attract just like magnets. And I feel like the energies in our bodies, that's why some people you vibe with, some people you just don't vibe with. Obviously, Poppy is like the complete opposite of energy that I tend to be. I tend to be more reasonable. I tend to be more, I don't know, try to be a little bit more understanding, as where she just rages the fuck out, but she might be on her period. So that's possible too. It's definitely God. Yeah. Well, it could be God, right? I don't know that for sure. I've never met him. Right. So I'm trying to do this from a perspective of speaking on my own behalf. Daniel Screw. It could be God, right? It could be the universe. We as humans, we just simply don't know. We just simply don't know. Nobody's ever met God and then came back and told us about it, unless they were, maybe schizo or they were on a serious mushroom trip. But my relationship, I would consider myself to be spiritual, right? After everything I've gone through in my lifetime, I'm still here alive today. And I feel like there's a reason for that. Hang on. It's getting hot as hell in here. Hang on. All right. But I thought that, my relationship with God is my own relationship. It doesn't need to be classified by a religion, doesn't need to be classified by the Bible or a book. If that works for you, that's perfect. But for me personally, it's more about my existence, my own personal relationship with my higher power, whatever that higher power may be. But I feel like, everybody's relationship is different, and nobody needs to be forced to kowtow to like a schmuck like this little kid who is forcing you to decide what your relationship is. I don't know why. Yeah, Nerd City. You're really something. You know what? You're really something, Nerd City. But Jordan Peterson was having a civil conversation with this kid. This kid was obviously trying to get like his little fucking moment of clout online, and he got it. But the only people who are like really celebrating this are people who are like far leftists. That's the only thing that I can really see this kid doing this for. Or he's just, or he's far leftist himself, watches Hassan, just hates Jordan Peterson. Actually, There's a good, speaking of Nerd City, during my interview that I did with him, we have an interesting part where we talk about Jordan Peterson and how, not by any decision of his own, he was kind of forced into stepping up and being this, person on the right pundit. And that wasn't his choice. He kind of got forced out of the left. The left just didn't want nothing to do with him. So, and as Nerd City says in the interview, Jordan Peterson is so intelligent and so well-spoken that he is not someone you want to make an enemy of, yet the left just sent him over and gave him to the right, wrapped in a bow, and was like, here you go, you can have him. And ever since then, he's won over millions of men from all over the world. Why? Because he knows the experience and what it feels like to be a man nowadays. I got complimented by a girl earlier. I'm not going to tell you what the compliment was, but she just said something something about my appearance. She said, "You look really nice," and I said, "Thank you." I was like, I don't hear that very often, so that's surprising for me to hear. She goes, I realize that there's a lot of men out there that never get complimented, and I find it strange. And I said, yeah, it's just kind of something I guess that we've gotten used to. It's not like because guys have been designed to court women, they court women. So they tend to always provide the compliments, right? And the girls just take them and go, oh, well, thank you. I'm glad you noticed my hair. But if you say something to a guy, a lot of times, they don't realize that, they don't know how to receive those compliments because we don't get them very often. How often, well, maybe for Nerd City, he probably gets complimented a lot more because he's a popular guy online. But if you're a guy, right, how often does a girl come up to you and just say, wow, you are so incredibly handsome? Maybe the older ladies, the old ladies at church might say it to you. But it's you don't really know how to respond to it. And I see you, Victoria. Yes, men do not get complimented a lot. Girls get complimented a lot more because most of the time men are trying to woo them over. I always try to compliment my husband. Well, that's very nice, and that's a good relationship to be in. But most of the time, I know that with my previous relationship, I every once in a while she'd say something nice to me, but for the majority of it, I bounced my hair. I was doing the lady thing. It's just everybody is different. Everybody's experiences are different, but I know the majority of men probably feel similar to I do. Guys go out, they don't leave their house, they don't do their makeup, right? They wake up, that's the best they're gonna look all day, So it's not like we're looking for compliments, but when we get one, it's just simply wow, I was honestly not expecting you to say that, so thank you. That I really appreciate that. That made me think of the old flip phone joke, Jed. But yeah, okay. That was one of them. There's another clip that I want to show you guys too. This one has to do with Lily Tino, although there is a couple different. I could honestly do the whole Jordan Peterson Jubilee thing, but again, they'll copyright claim my channel because Jubilee does that. But I just wanted to specifically talk about that kid because that kind of got on my nerves. The way that kid treated Jordan Peterson. Because Jordan Peterson, if you go watch that Jubilee episode, was super nice, very civil to everybody. He said, welcome, thank you, sit down, it's nice to meet you. Right? And then he even did it with that kid, and that kid immediately just turned into a straight douchebag. All right? The one girl who he actually invited back up was probably the only person in the whole entire back and forth that didn't try to win a debate with him and just simply had a conversation with him. And I think that's why he brought her back up. In fact, he said it in his video that he brought her back up because she was the only person trying to have a conversation and not win. Nerd City says, so true. JP tried to help those guys, invisible, unsuccessful, unwanted guys, not a lost cause if they clean their rooms and don't smell bad. Yeah, I mean, that's the least you could do, right? Clean your damn room, right? As one of Jordan Peterson's favorite sayings is, before you start pointing out other people's houses, make sure your house is clean first. And that's super true, right? You want to make sure that your shit's put together before you start pointing out other people's shit, or else what are you doing? The last person I'd want to tell me to clean my room maybe be Asmongold, right? But if he gave me tips on creating, I'd listen to them. But if he gave me tips on cleaning my room, I'd be like, hey, I don't know, that's been going on. I'm gonna take your advice, Mr. Rat Alarm Clock. But yeah, so there was and then I'm trying to see. What else? I was that guy. Okay, look at this. I was that guy who made Jordan Peterson look silly. Here's my background. See, look, this is exactly what I mean. This freaking kid is doing this for clout. All right, let's find out who this little weasel is. 100% clickable moment for this kid. That's all he cared about, was getting a clickable moment. And now look, let me tell you all about myself. So this is the kid Danny.
You're really quite something, you are.
Aren't I? But you're really quite nothing, right? You're not a Christian.
Okay, I'm done with him.
Yeah, that was me. I wanted to give some background. First of all, before the production, people all got emails, invitations, where the production title was One Christian versus 20 or 25 atheists. Everyone got that email, at least on the atheist side. Of course, I don't know what personal emails they sent to Jordan Peterson, but before production, they announced, once again, the production title as being One Christian versus 20 atheists. Jordan Peterson...
I honestly don't care what the title of the video was. That doesn't excuse the language that this guy uses. It doesn't excuse his behavior during this. Like, I don't care if it was, one jackass versus like 40 smartasses or whatever, If the guy doesn't know he's in there, if you can't be sure that the guy knows he's the jackass, then you can't sit there and be like, you're a jackass. How? I never said that. Yeah, but it's on the title of the video. Like, I don't even know if Jubilee wanted that, because the minute that happened, Jubilee changed the name of the title, and I'm pretty sure Jordan Peterson probably told them to change the name of the title.
Actually responded and actually, I think, giggled and said, well, some people don't consider me to be a Christian. He embraced the label before the filming, right? I really think he just had something like a Joe Biden moment. He didn't really understand what it meant to say, yes, I'll be that one Christian in your video. If he was responsible, he would have declined.
Exactly, Neon.
If he doesn't label
too.
himself as a Christian, like he didn't really answer my question, like whether he was a Christian or not, then he should have never entered the arena. And yeah,
the arena, like it's freaking thunder. You should be lucky you got to sit across from him. Okay, keep in mind, right? These people are literally running to this table. These people sit in a chair and they sprint to the table to try to get a chance to talk to him. So this guy sprinted to the table just to tell Jordan Peterson he was nothing. It's so freaking stupid. It's so stupid. And the fact that he's acting like he shouldn't even have been there. I don't know. What's up, name withheld? Catholics are Christians. They follow Christ. They are not Protestants. The Catholic Church considers themselves the true Christian church. Well, I know that I don't know the direct history, but I know that they're pretty much separate now. If I go to a Christian church, it's a much different experience than when I go to a Catholic church. Nerd City says, ugh, I knew the lore on this. He's partly right. So if he is right in that Jordan Peterson acknowledged that he was a Christian and he was the Christian guy, should he have, backed out of it? Probably not. But without definitive proof that Jordan Peterson knew that this show was going to be called Christians versus thing, and then he was coming to represent Christians, he could have thought, because a lot of the interviewing and the debating, from what I heard on Jordan Peterson's side, is that he thought that he was explaining Christianity's effect on Western civilization. JP has long, overcomplicated explanations why he won't care himself Christian. Yes, I will admit Jordan Peterson needs to kind of dumb down his talking a little bit, because he does tend to use, extravagant words, and most people don't talk like that. I know he's like a very high functioning person, but if you want to try to relate to these people, you need to do it. Anyway, let's keep seeing what this kid has to say.
Worship thing. All I was trying to show there is that if you play with words, you're going to say stuff like Catholics worship the saints and Mary and their Pope, right? Which they don't want to, they're not inclined to say that. Maybe there's a technical sense in which they worship them. That's not the point. That's not where he got owned. He got owned for accepting to be the one Christian and then saying in the production, yeah, I'm not telling you that I'm a Christian. And for those that don't know, Jubilee changed the title after public release. They got the backlash. Why did you invite Jordan Peterson to do the whole one Christian versus 20 atheists? He's barely a Christian, if not even. So I understand why Jubilee changed the title, although that makes my point, kind of diminishes my point. But everybody, I think the top comment is that, they changed the title of the video. But at the same time, it's hard to blame Jubilee completely. I mean, maybe they made a mistake. I wouldn't say that. If you look at Jordan Peterson's content very closely, especially the last couple months,
you want to call in, nerd? All right, 1 second. I'll get you in here. I'm sure you're chomping at the bit to say something about this. All right, hang on 1 second. Do you want me to call you, Nerd City? Did he? Yeah, he says he owned Jordan Peterson. I can call you real quick if you want, and see. But, or do you want to call me? Bring it. Yeah, I'm bringing in the big guns, folks. Well, you got to see, like, Nerd City's very, he loves talking about this type of stuff. I have to review this debate against Richard Dawkins. Oh, okay. I forget the language. All right, so I'm confused. Are you, I thought you said call, unless you were finishing something. Maybe I missed it. Well, if you want to call in, just give me a call. If not, don't worry about it. But, yeah, I mean, you know, I can understand. I mean, the kids, he seems a lot more mellow here. He comes off a little bit more likable here, but this doesn't excuse the fact why he had to tell Jordan Peterson he's nothing. So I'm interested in wondering why he felt the need to call that. So let me see what this is.
I wouldn't say that. If you look at Jordan Peterson's content very closely, especially the last couple months, he's been saying stuff like, yeah, there's a sense in which Christianity is true, or yes, Jesus rose from the dead. In fact, if you take a video camera 2,000 years ago outside of his tomb, maybe a person would come out.
Call, I was fixing type of... I'm so okay. Oh, so you were trying to say care instead of call. Oh, type of care. Okay. That makes sense now. I thought you were saying call me now. I need to clear this up. No worries though, sir. As you know, you have an open invitation to come on anytime you want. E.g. nerd, what? See, I can't tell if that is that what he wants. I'm so confused. Was it a typo? Did he mean the right type of call or type of care or? Yeah. Just give me a direct. He knows he can. If he wants to call me, he'll just he can either just straight call me or he can send me a message in Discord. I think he might have had a typo though, if I'm reading it correctly. I
want to be clear. What is the God you believe in?
I think that the claim that Christ is the embodiment of the prophet and the laws, I think that's true.
I'm trying to lock in. I'm trying.
So,
that's complicated. It's very, very complicated. But I think it's true.
So you believe that Jesus was
God?
God.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for the guy that was interviewing him, right? He had asked multiple times. He was trying to get clarification, and he was so sweet about doing it. I just wasn't sweet about it. I'm tired of the BS, right? Like, I'm tired of am I a Christian? What does it mean? What does it all mean? But yeah, I believe. Oh, maybe I don't. Like, it's bullshit. Stop.
No worries, nerd. No worries. Yeah, I figured if you really wanted to call in, you would message me. Don't worry. All good, sir.
Be straight with the answer. I'm just gonna be assertive about it. That guy was just being nice. I'm just not.
Put it this way: if I
well, why couldn't you be? Why was it so hard for you not to be nice? I mean, you're getting a chance to sit down with Jordan Peterson, who was probably somebody who I'd love to pick his brain about a bunch of different shit, and you opted to just be a total douche. Were you worried at all how that would make you look?
Went back in time with a Panasonic video camera and put that camera in front of the tomb of Joseph of Arimathea, would the little LCD screen show a man walk out of that tomb?
I would suspect yes.
So that to me seems like a belief in the historical event of the resurrection, or at least of Jesus leaving the tomb, which means that when somebody says, do you believe that Jesus rose from the dead? It doesn't seem clear to me why you're not able to just say, it would seem to me yes.
And look, again, Alex...
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. I totally respect Jordan Peterson and his intelligence, but I'm treading on some pretty tricky waters here. I always kind of looked at Jesus rose as kind of like a more of a metaphorical type of rise, and not that the man actually got up and walked out of the tomb, you know. But that's a Christian belief. So, I mean, the kid's right here. If we're going to be fair about it.
Very sweet, cordial. You can tell he's frustrated. But again, civil. I'm not civil because I'm sick and tired of the BS. I think even Alex is sick and tired of the BS. He's just a nice person. I'm not. Most people are sick and tired of it. Just be straight with the answer. Stop confusing people. And no, I do not blame Jubilee for inviting you because you're as clear as mud and it looks like you are a Christian if you think this guy is God and he rose from the dead. So I would say Jordan Peterson is the one that's mostly at fault, right? And Jubilee is suffering because he accepted the whole gig.
I'd have to know more. Again, if I don't have clear proof without looking at Jordan Peterson's emails, I can't for sure like break that down. So, you know, that it is what it is, and I still think that doesn't give the kid the right to straight up, you know, be a douche about it. But, you know, couple decent points. I still don't think that the kid needed to be a total dick about it. I'm kind of interested in what these comments say. So, he's trying to advertise his TikTok here. No, you were an idiot. No, you were an idiot who didn't even wait for him to complete his answer before you start wiggling the next thing you already had in your mind to say. Anyway, most of the kids there were laughing during the debate, which, okay, for the age you are, but it's extremely disrespectful against a man who saved thousands of people psychologically. You were prepared for that. I don't know, maybe for months. You prepared your side well against someone who came in without knowing your script. It's sad to see that you and your audience think you won something here. I'm with this guy. I don't think that they flexed on Jordan Peterson the way they think they did. If anything, Jordan Peterson's simply guilty of being a bit too wordy with his explanations. You can't comprehend Peterson's mind at all. One day, though, you will, and you will be so sad with the reality check you are going to experience. And Danny wrote, I don't think that Peterson comprehends his own mind. Gerald A. says, you didn't make him look silly. You were just trolling and not... So Gerald A. is from the Steven Crowder show. You didn't make him look silly. You were just trolling and not interested in a conversation. Interesting that you didn't include context for your comments either. Wonder why that is. And then Danny says, what needs to be contextualized further? I don't know if Gerald A. replied here. Gerald A. did. The person's questions prior to yours provide some context of the definition of a Christian and Jordan's hesitance to say that about himself, his words. You spoke with him for 2 minutes and 21 seconds. By the time you got to your moment, you had already been a bit of a troll. Yes, he absolutely was a troll. I never asked for a definition of Christian. I just asked if he was one. He refused to answer for good reason at all. How is this hard for you to understand? Gerald A. says, right, I'm saying it was a continuation for Jordan of the previous conversation, which it was because this guy got voted out. Like, they had this thing, like, if you didn't like the guy talking, which they always voted the person out regardless of how good they were at the conversation because everybody just wanted a chance to be on camera. They wanted their 5 seconds of fame. This kid just ended up really just milking it for all it was worth, and he came off like a complete tool for it. Gerald A. says, right, so that's what he means by the continuation. Be honest, you were trying to see if you could trap him on Mary and Catholicism. He was being evasive, not a great look for him, but not the career ender people are calling it. Not surprised that you think running away from debates isn't incredibly embarrassing, considering that your boss avoids Sam Cedar. Like, that's stupid, because he debated Sam Cedar and made Sam Cedar look like a complete moron. And I don't even really mess with Crowder anymore. I think he's a little too right for me. You did all that, and you don't even have a blue check mark. I don't even know what it does. Atheist stole the Jesus story as a metaphor similar to the philosopher in the cave in Plato's Republic. Yeah, that's what I think, personally. I think it's more like a metaphor for for him rising. Bro thinks he cooked and now he's realizing he didn't. How much y'all want to bet this loser hasn't even touched a girl in his whole life? I don't know. I'll leave it out to chat to figure out. I personally don't see this guy fucking. This guy don't fuck. I'll tell you that much. He fucks himself, probably a lot. Jordan Peterson is an ass. He's certainly his own worst enemy. He's not clear in his messaging. I don't know if he's an ass, but some could argue he might not be very clear. Crowder the abuse. Like, I don't even want to touch that. Okay? I'm not getting into Steven Crowder tonight. I used to be a fan of his, but I think that he kind of got a little... I didn't really like a lot of the racist rhetoric that he was saying. Because, you know, believe it or not, regardless of what people in my comments of my Ironheart video are saying, I am not racist. And I don't like racists. I really honestly don't. I think that everybody deserves a right to live a life and not be judged by how they look. You're also wrong about God. You're an atheist worldwide, is deeply flawed, and Catholics do not worship many or the Pope. Glad you smacked down JP's grift, though. You're an arrogant little prick and a retard. You're an arrogant little prick and a retard as well. As one has to be quasi-retarded to believe that nothing created everything, and then typed out a super sophisticated 4-digit genetic code made of amino acids. I have no idea what that guy's talking about. I'm no fan of Peterson, but you came across as an arrogant little prick. Based, I think that's about right too. It's about right too. I heard EG don't. Yo, you watch your mouth, Sarah. I totally fuck. All right. And if you guys remind me at the end of the stream, I'll give you guys an update on my dating life. I know you guys are on the edge of your seats. You didn't make JP look silly. You misunderstood what was happening. You came with the intention of being a smartass, and you accomplished being a smartass. You proved that you do not belong in the conversation with the smug attitude you put out. Yeah, I think that's probably pretty accurate. I think that's pretty accurate. Whether the kid had any kind of points or not got washed away by the second he started acting like a douche. You made yourself look like a retard with feminine energy. Stop. Don't listen to the naysayers. Now we are doing Twitter verses, aren't we? You don't listen to the naysayers. You destroyed him. Enjoy the W. God, I'll tell you what. The left is coming back. The far left is coming back on X in force. They don't go after big creators though. Like they don't ever comment on Steven Crowder or anything like that. They only talk to small channels like me. They love jumping on my ass, but the minute somebody's got an actual audience that believes with them, they don't fuck with them. I'm spitting from that. May never be the same. I'm sorry. I don't get racism. It makes no sense. Everyone should just treat others with respect. Well, I think there's a cultural divide, Summer, that I think some people just feel uncomfortable with. Like somebody had posted, I think on X, it was a Carnival cruise, and it was made up of a majority of black people. And they said, would you want to go on a Carnival cruise like this? And I wrote, absolutely, I'd love to. If you've never partied with black people, they are the funnest people to hang around. They really are. And if they're on Carnival cruises, they're probably not thugs, all right? An atheist will often claim that there are open-minded individuals that they won't submit to theory without having all the facts. When Jordan Peterson fence sits Christianity in the same way, they get frustrated by the behavior they exhibit themselves. I can understand, like, but you gotta understand too, like, the minute he says he's a Christian, he might lose half his, half his audience. I admit JP was at his best, wasn't at his best, but you came off a little emotionally unstable kid and not an intellectual. Perhaps you stunned him with your immaturity and rude back-to-back fallacy bullying. Yeah, I like what Anastasia had to say here. I think she's 100% right. That I think he kind of caught him off guard more with just how much of a jerk he was. Really, we're going here again? Going where again? I don't either. Every race deserves respect. I agree. Yes, that's how it should be. Okay, so there was another thing that I wanted to show you guys. This is another thing that's ongoing right now, and then I'll look to some of the stuff that you guys want to talk about. This is a trans talk. So I did a video a long time ago on a person named Lily Tino. You guys remember Lily Tino? It's like a kind of a.
The bottom is from Thailand.
Kind of like a big man.
Coconut bread.
A big looking woman. Well, E.G., you said you were a power bottom. No, I am not a power bottom. I'm not a power bottom. All right, get out of here with your crazy talk. Petition to give Nerd City night ships. He shall now be called Sir Nerd City from now on. Yeah, he could be knighted. He could be knighted in the kingdom if you want. Our first knight. This is Lily Tino. Okay, Lily Tino is a trans woman. Obviously, you know. I did a video on her, and look, I'm gonna use the pronouns, okay, guys? I don't feel like hearing it from the far left about not using her correct pronouns. All right, I'm just gonna call her. All right, I know it's gonna piss some people off. As much as I love to just fuck with like some far leftists today, okay, because of what they did to me on Twitter today, I'm still gonna stick to my principles, even though I know that most people hate it. But I know that the majority of people tend to be in the middle, where I am. So I don't care. I'm not going full. I'm not going, as someone said, that I have an alt-right YouTube channel, which I find to be freaking hilarious. If they don't understand your message or you divulge from the message at all, you're a far-right YouTuber. I guess that's just the way it goes today. But to set you up a little context here, Lily Tino was at Disney World. Okay, she was at Disney World. She is sitting down for a lovely meal, and then let's see what happens.
Fancy looking. Cool.
The bottom is from Thailand.
Coconut bread from Thailand.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. Sorry, my bad. And the middle one is from India. It's the papadom with the ginger chutney.
Okay.
And the third is from Brazil.
Good point, Scotty P.
Thank you. Just like totally sucks the joy out of this bread tower. Makes me want to immediately like leave because I no longer feel like safe here. It's like, oh, my guard now has to be up. I'm not going to enjoy this bread as much because my guard is up. We should be able to go places and not have to worry. I don't think I really want this bread tower, actually. I think I'd rather have to check if that's okay.
Yeah.
I think that's the training. We're supposed to say friend or just not use gendered language. It's like a pretty big thing that Disney has done. Nothing was wrong with bread. I just don't want it anymore. Just because they apologize doesn't mean she doesn't feel sad or offended. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, if you've accidentally ever hurt someone and say, I'm so sorry, it was an accident, do you expect them to be like, oh, it was an accident? Of course, no problem whatsoever. All of that hurt is now undone. That's not how it works.
Sorry about what happened.
It's okay. I would love to pay for the drink, please.
No, the drink is on you too, so...
You don't have... Are you sure?
You're good, yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay, so in case you guys didn't realize what happens, we're going to watch it again, but this time I'm going to stop it. This way people can't yell and say that I'm I'm being a click Paul's Andy, as they say. But this is Lily Tino sitting down. The guy calls her sir. But I'm going to break down a little bit about why I think that this is complete bullshit.
Fancy looking. Cool.
The bottom
all
is
happy,
from
super happy.
Coconut bread from Thailand.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, ma'am.
Oh, ma'am. Oh, sorry. My bad, sir. So he said it twice, right? And then look at her face. She's stoked. Do you know why she's stoked, though? Because this is what Lily Tino does. She knows she goes places. She knows that she has a manly look to her. It was much worse before. But she has a manly look to her. And the guy calls her sir not once, but he calls her sir twice, right? And then she corrects him. Well, actually, she called him sir, and then he corrected him, and then he said, I'm sorry, sir. This guy's nervous, okay? He's nervous about talking to her because, you know, first off, if anybody recognizes her, they know they're just waiting for him to fuck up. This is what she does. She's a professional TikTok victim. She goes around and waits for someone to misgender her so she could throw a big fucking fit about it and get a viral clickable moment like this. And I'm not helping by talking about it, but you know what? Content, baby. I don't give a shit. But this is not this guy's fault, okay? This is not his responsibility to hi, before I serve you today, can we just go over your pronouns real quick? What do you want me to call you? I mean, like, what are you, to be exact? You know, it's one thing, you know, and then the guy profusely apologizes.
The middle one is from.
She's acting
India.
sad, but truly she's really excited.
The gingerbread chutney.
Okay.
And the third is from Brazil.
Yeah, dude, the camera's there, right? So the guy knows that she's filming. So I'm sure he's nervous. He doesn't know if she's a huge celebrity, which at this point she's more of a locale than anything, but because of this, right? And I'm gonna break it down a little more.
She's better with the guava sauce.
Thank you. It just like totally sucks the joy out of this bread tower. Makes me want to immediately like leave because I no longer feel like safe here. It's like
I don't feel safe here anymore because he misgendered me. I no longer feel safe. That makes, I'm sorry, like the guy said sorry. What do you think? Someone's just gonna do you think the guy is gonna come and attack you? Do you think he's gonna like assault you because he said he accidentally called you sir, right? And looking at you, you know, like, I hate to say it to you, Lily, but you don't really come off like a woman. You still got the broad shoulders of a man. You know, the guy sees all kinds of probably Disney adults, which, by the way, if you haven't seen it, there's such a funny page like Disney adults, which is like people who are obsessed with Disney who like just kind of look like, I don't know really how to describe them, but it's not somebody who you would typically look at and envy. I'll just say that much. But, and that's nothing wrong with people who like Disney World. I'm just saying it's a funny page where they post like, you know, silly people from Disney. But the fact that like she's now saying, I don't feel safe. This is where this victim mentality comes from that makes people so turned off by even ever wanting to like try to, hey, Janie. JD can't even with Disney adults. Yeah. People get so turned off this because right now she's painting this guy like he's some kind of evil guy because she don't feel safe around him anymore because he accidentally misgendered her, right? The guy brought her out like this nice thing to eat. It was a bread tower. You know, he was talking her through it. He probably would have been better off just putting it on the table and walking the hell away. But he tried to give it her a presentation and make it a good experience for her. And instead, now she wants to leave. And this guy just did all this, and she's going to send the food back.
my guard now has to be up. I'm not going to enjoy
My guard
this
has
as
to
much
be
as
up.
my guard is up. We should be able to go places and not have to worry. I don't think I...
No. Okay, I hate that. We should be able to go places, not have to worry. No, because society should not bend to your will. You need to adapt to society. This is like the same problem I have with like obese people complaining about room they have on airplanes. How about you just cut some weight if it's that bothering? If it's bothering you that much, just cut a little weight, right? Now, if you're disabled, it's one thing, but like all the people who are like, these airline seats need to be bigger. Like, no, how about why? Like most of us can fit in them. Why? Like, why do we have to make them bigger for you? Let's change reality for all of us, just for you, because you're a special little girl. You're the specialist big girl there is. No, fuck that. Like it drives me nuts that she thinks that like she's so important that everybody else should update themselves on what is going on in the trans world, and if you don't, then you're clearly evil. That is basically the gist of what's happening here. I wonder if Latino pays people to miss. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if she's like, yo, I'll tip you well. I'm just gonna do it for the camera. I'll tip you well though if you come over and call me sir. And then I'm gonna freak out and act really upset, and then I'll sit down and I'll eat it, and then you'll get a big tip. I would not be shocked if that was the case, to be honest. Or she's adding an audio like after this.
This bread tower, actually, I think I'd rather have the check, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I think that's the training. We're supposed to say friend or just not use gendered language. It's like a...
I think that's the training. Yeah, this is Disney's fault. You're supposed to call me friend. You're not my friend. I don't know who you are. Why would I call you friend? And like, I don't know, man. It's so dumb, dude. It's just so dumb. I heard EG in love with... You stop that, Sarah. Don't even start that wicked rumor.
Big thing that Disney has done. Nothing was wrong with bread. I just don't want it anymore. Just because they
Of course
apologize
Disney
doesn't mean
changes up the
she doesn't
wording.
feel sad or offended. Yeah. Exactly, right?
Yes, let's all kowtow everything we do to the 1%. To a 1% minority of people. Let's everybody... I bet I wouldn't be shocked if this guy like got fired or something because of this. Because now it's gone viral. And I'm sure that Disney knows who it was and who waited on him. If this guy got fired, that'd be a goddamn tragedy. Jamie Nas, I'll tip you well. I won't show your face. LOL. Meanwhile, the internet will hunt that person down by their voice and location. Yes, they will. They will absolutely find this person and be like, this was the jerk that hurt our poor Lily. By the way, Lily I did a second video on Lily that she's kind of a perv, to be honest with you. And I think that there's a bit of a sexual kink to this whole thing with her, because there was a girl that came forward and like claimed that Lily was trying to do OnlyFans with her. This other person was a trans person too. So I think that there's some kind of kink here with Lily Tino. And I guess she figured maybe if she transitioned, maybe she'd have better luck with, banging other trans people.
If you've accidentally ever hurt someone and say, I'm so sorry, it was an accident, do you expect them to be like, oh, it was an accident? Of course.
Yeah, if you didn't mean it, and if it's something that's a complex situation like this, yes. If somebody says sorry and they're genuinely sorry, like if I walked up to a midget or something and I was just like, yo, what's up, shorty? Oh, I'm sorry, dude, my bad. Okay. I didn't realize that offended you or something like that. Hey, G, have you ever covered Alphaba? I have, Summer, actually. There's a video on my channel from ways back. Right when I started doing it, I have a video on Alphaba. So check it out if you want. You'll get early EG. Early EG was talking about Alphaba. But yeah, Alphaba is another one who's just insane. But yeah, I'm sorry, Lily Tino. The world does not revolve around you. Get over yourself. You have main character syndrome. This guy doesn't, he apologized. Now you're sending all the food back. You're making him look stupid. He's probably going to be wondering for the rest of the day if the internet's going to hunt him down because of you. You are a tyrant, dude. Straight tyrant.
No problem whatsoever. All of that hurt is now on.
I call everybody dude, by the way.
What happened?
I was not misgendering her.
I would love to pay for the drink, please.
No, the drink is on me too, so...
You don't have... Are you sure?
You're good, yeah.
And he pays for her drink.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. That is...
And he still sends it back, even though the guy paid for her drink. Ain't that some shit? Let's see what the internet's saying about this. I'm sure they're having a field day with it. All right, so Bill J says, that's all this asshole does is walk around with a camera hoping to get misgendered. See, I told you, right? So he can whine and cry about it endlessly on social media. Not wrong, not wrong. I covered Lily about over a year ago, and she was doing this, and she's still doing it. I'm trying. See how easy it is to accidentally mess that up? Several years ago, I interviewed a trans woman, an impressive resume, decided to hire her. On the application, she put her new name, but hadn't changed the government name. She went to HR and to show her ID, which I'm on the edge of my seat for the end of that story. Correction, he paid for his drink. Sarah, you're going to get me in trouble. You're going to get me in trouble with the far left. They already hate me enough because I'm only like, I only have sort of some left beliefs, right? And it's mostly when it comes to people, but when it comes to fiscal responsibility and authority, I'm right as it gets, baby. I'm just going to change it. It says he is despicable, but no, you know what? I don't even give a shit anymore because nothing I say is ever going to make people on the left happy. So I'm reading it as it is. He is a despicable person hoping to be called by proper pronouns so he can whine about it and how unsafe he is. Yep, basically. From that turf though says, imagine this being your life's cause. Shaming often foreign workers for not knowing how to navigate your bizarre social code. He could even be doing things that are constructive for trans people, campaigning for evidence, LED, medical interventions for start, and instead this. Yeah, exactly, dude. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Sarah has made it her personal mission to get you in trouble. Yeah, I know, Falak. I don't know what her deal is. She's trying to get me canceled. I mean, I'm already probably canceled by the far left. I see all these notifications right here. I guarantee this is a bunch of people really angry with me. Or could be some people who like what I have to say. Let's find out. Now, so far, he was told by Jubilee he would be debating a Christian. The title of the video was literally one Christian verse till they changed it 4 hours after the upload. I'd be pretty pissed too. I don't see why you'd be pissed about that. That makes no sense to be pissed off about that. But I'm not going to answer it. But all right, good. Well, Poppy blocked me, so I'm not expecting to get any more hate from her. Because I think once you block me, I don't know. It's stupid. The whole thing's just stupid. All right. Where we at? I know a couple of you wanted to see the Daddy-O5 stuff. Let me just take a quick look at the Discord and see what's in there. See, because I did say to people earlier if they wanted me to cover a topic to put it in my inbox. So I wanted to give people an opportunity to put something there. Okay, so somebody did put the Daddy-O5 stuff in there. Daddy-O5 has the family back together again. The Wendigoon. Oh, Nomad put from the Wendigoon community on Reddit. Guys, we got a situation. Yeah, so I think that what happened with Wendigoon, from what I understand, is something that has to do with a something that had to do with a crypto thing. Check your DMs. Checking the DMs. Oh, okay. Yeah. Did he post it in yeah, he posted it in inbox, right? I don't know what's up with this mouse, but it's pissing me off. Inbox. Yeah, so there's phallic. So that's got to be it. Yeah, the meme bastard Daddy-O5. Okay, well let's take a look. Let's take a quick look at Daddy-O5 real fast. I need to let me pull up my Discord over here so I can pull this up faster. Oh, excuse me. EG, I put the second part in. Okay. Old news now, EG. All good. It's old news. Oh, checking the DMs. My bad. EG be working slow. He was not feeling good last Thursday. He had a migraine. Okay. Perfect. I got it. Now let me close Discord on this computer because I don't want anything accidentally popping up over here. Or just not. Okay, there we go. All right, this is Daddy-O5. This would be a perfect opportunity to watch Nerd City's video on him because it's such a good video. And I think some of you guys haven't seen Nerd City's material yet. So.
What's up, everybody? So.
Come here, boys. Get in here. Get in here.
Oh, you know what?
Damn, it's kids grew.
Come on, Kenny and Emma. Hi.
Come here, Rose. Come on.
Oh my God! Look at the poor redhead.
Come on. Down here. Mom's
Of course, he turned out like that.
We just want you all to know.
Freddie's got something to say. Leave us alone.
It's all done. It's squashed. Everybody's good.
There might be kids watching. Just tell her how you feel. Fuck off. Sound like that.
It's all done. It's
So, like he just said, fuck off.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I will.
There you go.
So wait, we're supposed to just forgive everything this guy did? We're just supposed to just forgive oh yeah, Nerd City had? Yeah. He did a great series on this guy. So we're all supposed to just fuck off, right? Alright, I gotta do it. Are you guys interested in finding out what this guy did? Are you guys interested in that? Because I just happen to have a friend who did an amazing video on this. Alright, let's see here. Where is he? Videos. I'm trying to think what I guess you gotta start with the first one, right? You gotta start with the first Daddy-O5 video. Here it is. Worst brain inside the mind of Daddy-O5. Or worst dad on YouTube. How repulsive was the hidden content of Daddy-O5? Yeah, we could get this done before the end of the night. We can get this done before the end of the night.
Thread.
I hope Nerd City doesn't mind me reacting to this. This is 8 years old, so I don't think he's gonna mind. I don't think he's gonna mind at all. This is my boy right here, folks.
You ever clicked on a link and then immediately regretted it? You know, maybe clicked on a wrecked thread on 4chan or gone down a spiral into some very sketchy clickbait and at the end been presented with a video of like a house cat being lit on fire or a dog being kicked to pieces. Animal cruelty can be kind of an instant psychopath test, you know? A normal person might see something like that and...
Yeah, Cody's the redheaded one that
puts him in a funk, you know? Put him in a bad mood, at least for a little while. You see a vulnerable thing being hurt, you don't enjoy it. Alternatively, if you laugh when you see a video like that and save it or bookmark it for later, let's say, you know, so you can go back and laugh at it again, there's a good chance you're pretty fucked in the head. Now imagine a YouTube channel where instead of pets being tortured, it's children. That's Daddy of 5, the child abuse comedy channel, and boy, is it popular. Come with Dr.
Had almost a
Downvote.
million views.
Fucking look.
I think this might be the second time ever I've reacted to a Nerd City video on here, so get ready, guys. We're going in deep, balls deep with Nerd City.
That's the night. Animals could be bred and slaughtered.
Guess what just happened? At the end of the last video, I said, if there is someone on YouTube who Dr. Downvote might have a bone to pick with, please leave your suggestion in the comments. And I read all of those suggestions, and there was one in particular that I instantly wanted nothing to do with. Being a mad scientist in a room filled with toys, it seemed like a bit of a heavy topic for me. Apparently Ethan and Neela, you know, Papa bless them, love you guys, wanted nothing to do with this either. Because over on the H3H3 subreddit, there was a thread about this family that got a ton of upvotes, and they locked it. In the comments of my Tasha Mama video, the same Redditor who made that thread left this comment. Please check out Daddy of 5. He's a father who, in every couple of videos, physically or verbally abuses his children. He needs exposing. And it got the most likes. Woof. I mean, you read something like that, and you think that can't be true, that must be an exaggeration. Like, abusing children, that can't be the focus of a YouTube channel, right? Like, Google wouldn't allow that. Oh, it's only one hell of a channel, steadily zooming up on its way to 1 million subs, 266 videos, 150 hours of content, much of which I think should be seen by a judge. And maybe the scope of this channel is why it still exists, why it's still going on. Like, maybe there's just too much
a big
video
reason
for
why these guys
Child
got
Protective
taken off.
Services to make their way through and they've just given up. You know, yet another upside to Google favoring watch time in the algorithms. We get hundreds of hours of something bad. Just looking at Daddy of 5's thumbnails, it does not take more than
Which
a glance
unfortunately
to see
hasn't
we've
really changed a lot either. YouTube still favors watch time over, I think, anything else.
got some major problems ahead. So Daddy and Mommy have used this channel to document themselves striking their kids.
Fucking told you that.
Pulling their hair, kicking them, cracking their head on the bed frame.
Stop!
The wall,
Yeah, now you guys see why I look up to this guy,
into
right?
the furniture, bending them over by shoving their head to the ground.
And this was before he even really got to the level of editing that he's known for now.
What we know now about the long-term effects of concussions, it is not hashtag funny to see little kids cracking their heads. Here's one example of a Daddy of 5 video and how he sees fit to promote it across social media. Dad punches kid in the face, hashtag funny. So how twisted is the dad who would think this is funny?
Yeah, right?
Punching his daughter in the face. What is funny? Is it the punch or the little girl getting punched by an adult man that's funny? I just don't see it. Maybe the funny part is
it had 1,911 likes. This is why the internet is so friggin' cooked, guys. This is like, it's like the fact that people would probably still, if YouTube would allow this type of stuff, which they don't anymore, thank God, thanks a big part to Nerd City, it would be people would watch it. I guarantee you. That's how fucked we are as a society.
Instagram would delete a woman's account for a nip slip, but then allows this man to have this insane account. I guess that's funny in like a misplaced priorities kind of way. As far as the dad's viewpoint is concerned, he's running a comedy channel. But here's one example of a particularly cruel video where the dad apparently made a mistake and pasted the keywords he wanted to use right into the description of the video.
Kid terrorizes little brother part 2.
So we see how he wants to describe it via keyword. Funny children, funny kids, funny kid videos. Funny, okay? Keep the word funny in mind.
Nothing makes me laugh more than people being abused, baby. No. It's like an R-rated Darman video. Yeah, I don't know who Darman is. I'm gonna be honest with you. How the hell does something abusing kids get more watch time and subs than you? Yeah, I don't know, man. 'Cause people are sick. people are sick in the head. That's why my channel growth so slow, is because I try to be at least somewhat ethical in what I do.
Because when mom and dad aren't acting
No, there's
funny
nothing
to
about
the
this
kids,
funny.
The kids are just
Other
destroying
than,
each other.
And
Can you guys stop? Oh my God, he's trying to. Oh, are you really hurt? What hurts?
He jumped on my back.
yeah, I'll be clear. Growing up with brothers, we used to do this shit all the time, but we didn't have any sick person filming it and encouraging us to do it more than we were already doing it. Like, I remember I DDT'd my poor little brother off of a trailer and cracked his head open. I still feel bad about that to this day. But, I mean, yeah, brothers do this, but this dad is, like, encouraging them to really do it.
Oh my God. Stop!
And this is just what Mike feels safe uploading to the public eye. There's clips.
Yeah, and he waits till the kids get hurt, and then he pretends to care, right? He waits till the kid starts crying, and then he goes, stop it! Like, so he doesn't look like he's, you know, the bad guy, which he clearly is, because he's holding the freaking camera. Anybody with 2 brain cells could put that together. But yet, we're supposed to be okay that they squashed all this. The fact that they squashed all this makes it fine, and we should leave them alone. No, fuck you. You still are all pieces of shit. How do you not realize that? Isha says people love car crashes, crime videos, evil people, and horror in every form. Yeah, now this isn't the same as being like a fan of like a scary movie, because that nobody's actually getting hurt in that. It's just like, you know, because I love scary movies, and you know, the crazier the better. But that doesn't mean that like I like this. This is just too real, too realistic. This is like actually people's lives being ruined.
Violence that doesn't make it on camera. The youngest and the weakest and the most sensitive kid,
I felt
Cody,
honored, Summer,
is
to be
always
called P.
nursing an injury. He's always covered in bruises. From video to video, there are signs of abuse all over his arms, his legs, his face. There's now at least one fight video for almost every single combination of the 7 family members. What are you in the mood for today? Jake beats up Alex, Ryan versus Jake, Emma beats up Cody, Mom beats up Dad, Jake crushes Cody. Looking at those thumbnails and how cruel this is, again, it started to remind me of animal fight videos.
What's up, Nick Nack 66?
Lion versus bear, bear versus leopard. You know what I'm talking about? There are these bootleg nature videos that kick around YouTube and some of the sleazier video sites. It seems like
Yeah,
Mike
Mr. Hook, good point. People who watch this guy probably thought to themselves like, yeah, look, this Daddy-O5 thinks it's funny. It is funny. Let's make our kids hurt each other. If Daddy-O5 can do it, because that's how people are on the internet. If you're a fan of this guy, he can influence you to think that this stuff's cool.
His inspiration for kid fight videos from that. Alex versus Cody, Alex versus Emma, all variation of kid fight. And the parents are there, usually
We're
holding
trying,
the camera
Soul.
instead
We're
of keeping
trying.
the peace. They do sort of half-heartedly.
Unless you're Poppy on X, then I'm not being nice anymore.
They say stop while it's happening, but it's kind of Willy Wonka-like.
Stop! Don't! Can you guys stop?
They make sure it plays out for a while at least. Oh, they might pause a video if it looks like a window is gonna get broken.
Be careful, you're
But for them, this is clearly about getting their clickbait violence for the channel, setting up a crazy thumbnail, and making that sweet ad revenue. You know, the welfare of the kids clearly comes last.
That was fun. All right, I had to turn the camera off to deal with all that, guys.
MMA refs will end fights faster than these 2 parents do. The dad also likes to set up any situation he can where the oldest brother Jake can terrorize the rest of the family. He'll follow him around with a camera while
Nick Nack says, E.G., lately this guy has been reported to law enforcement. This all seems entirely illegal so many ways. Yeah, it is. Well, the reason we're reacting to it today is because apparently they came back and they made a video saying that it's all squashed and that we should just forgive them all for everything that they've done. Which, no. I'm sorry. That's not how that works. You know, if you are like somebody who is a child abuser, you have to register. When I don't know if that's how it works with child abuse. Well, okay, let's just say somebody who inappropriately touches a child and you get caught for that, you register as an offender. And chances are you're going to be on there for a very, very long time, if not forever, right? Because there's still a risk just because your kids are now grown up enough to know how much of an asshole you were. You know, and what, this was 8 years ago? It took 8 years for them to forgive him? The whole thing is super, is like, Superna. Yeah, it's voyeuristic grossness of violence, really. It's like really disturbing shit.
Crashes their rooms, hurts them, scares them.
Cody.
Or if he can't be bothered to be the cameraman himself,
Cody.
he'll just give his phone or his camera to Jake and then pretend like it happened organically.
So if you're wondering why Jake had my phone, it's because we have all this social media also. So Jake will take over some of that sometimes, respond back to people and all that stuff. Jake helps out with that, so Jake had the phone. So that's how all this ended up happening.
There are lots of little moments where the dad is pretending to yell at Jake, like, no, you went too far, but he's clearly winking at him at the same time. You know, good job. Jake's doing what his dad wants.
You stay the hell out of his damn room!
It doesn't take long to figure out that the dad really likes this son and does not favor this son.
He was not pleased.
And did you look at those two kids grown up? Did you see them? Check this out. Look. Look what these kids look like now. This was the son he favored, right? He's like ripped. He's in good shape. This is the kid that got tortured. Look at him. He looks like, you know, that he doesn't look anything like the popular kid in the... It's crazy to me. And that had to come from this.
And I couldn't stop laughing.
When the kids are crying or in pain, Mike loves it.
Stop! Not my tablet and paper! Freaking idiot!
Cody!
Oh my god. I hate you! I'm doing a job.
Are you serious?
Oh my god, if I ever made my daughter feel like this, I would feel like the biggest piece of shit. I would immediately like go up to her and be like, I'm so sorry, like, you know, and because it's normal people don't treat their kids this way. I would never, okay, I've never made my daughter cry like this. Ever. I think the one time I made her cry was when I was trying to like force her to learn how to ride a bike because she just kept like, you know, and I started getting frustrated with her and I was like, you gotta steer it, because she would just hold the handlebars and just not turn them. So of course she's not gonna stay balanced because she's not turning the wheels. So I was like, good. And eventually she got upset and she started crying. And I let her take like a really long break. In fact, I haven't made her ride the bike since. But I felt horrible about that. This guy's doing it casually as a Tuesday afternoon. It's ridiculous. Anybody out there with kids, if you made your kid cry like this, would you be like, yeah, good content? Or would you feel like a piece of shit? It's terrible.
I'm trying to draw a freaking picture. This guy says ruined it.
Look, see even the one brother's like, this is terrible. Let me help my sister out, because they're kids. They're not psychotic like their frickin' dad here, who's caught up in whatever the hell this is. Look at him laughing too. This is hilarious to this guy. No, I'm sorry. We're not. Just because you squashed it doesn't mean that all of a sudden we forgive you. You're still a piece of shit, and I hope you know that. And I hope you watch this, and I hope you hear this. You are a big piece of shit. If anything, I would like to have Keemstar let me box this guy. I'll make him cry.
It was hilarious!
Me!
What is wrong with you, boy?
Yeah, no cameras or anything, and I'm saying sorry. Yeah, no worries, Nick Nack. I understand. We're talking about it because I'm doing requests tonight. So, but you know, she's crying and he hasn't stopped recording her. Yeah, it's terrible stuff, man. It's terrible stuff. You know what? Let me go to. I feel like you guys got the gist of it, right? Because there's some other things that I want to do too tonight. She's crying. He hasn't stopped. Yeah, it's absolutely disturbing. If you guys want to go watch the rest of this, it's on Nerd City's channel. I'm gonna watch his second video. It's like 7 minutes long, where it's kind of an update after he did this. But it's absolutely disgusting, and you could see why like people like H3 didn't want to touch it. But Nerd City, you know, he does not shy away from this shit, which is why I respect the man so much. But let me get to the other one here, because he did a follow-up video. But yeah, I don't need the... for the sake of the stream, you know, I'm sure you guys can know because what Nerd City does, he lays out a lot more examples of what this guy does. So, you know, check it out if you want to see. But this is when Nerd City really kind of started coming into his own as an editor too. So this is cool.
Today's an unusual day here at Nerd City because we actually have some unboxing to do. Well, 2 boxes in a bag, actually. The boxes came in the mail and contain items that we're
Sarah
excited
just be
about.
saying anything at this point.
The bag is relatively sentient, is currently in the state of Maryland, and probably feeling sorry for itself at this very moment, and breathing in oxygen, belching out poison, and digesting an entire Tombstone pizza. We're gonna open that one from a distance. And what's in the bag? What kind of bag is it? Leave your guesses in the comments below. Now, if you're new to this story, I recommend that you watch the previous video on Daddy of 5, and I apologize in advance because it's not a fun watch. It's been
Nick Nex says, I mean, I'm a combat veteran, and that was, yeah, disgusting and disturbing, and I've been through a lot. Yeah, no worries, Nick Nack. You know, a lot of this stuff is, it's hard to watch. We don't really shy away from things on this channel, though. You know, I take a look at life regardless of how hard it is to watch because I think stories like these are important. Because even if one person who ever thought this was a good idea sees this video and goes, no, that is not a good idea at all, then it's worth it. Plus, you know, I think that the work that Nerd City did on these was amazing. But I understand. So these guys, after Nerd City dropped this video, and I think a couple other YouTubers pointing out what was happening with this channel, but mainly Nerd City's video was like the big one that kind of got people talking. It had 2.2 million views, okay? Which is why I think it's an absolute damn shame that Nerd City is not over 1 million subscribers yet. He should absolutely be. But some bad actors kind of, you know, whatever. We ain't gonna get into that, but let's just say that the guy's been getting fucked over by a small group of people online. These people are on like a daytime show where they're trying to explain that this is all fake, which is not, okay? It's not fake. Those kids got bruises and shit.
It's been a disastrous 2 weeks for the Daddy of 5 channel. After uploading a comparatively lighthearted video where they framed their children with some disappearing ink and then screamed punishments and curse words at them, the backlash was surprisingly fierce. Philly D used that video to expose the tip of an iceberg, and then miraculously, the community came together, hauled that entire iceberg out of the water, and started hammering it to pieces with 10,000 hammers. The child abuse comedy channel that the Martins were operating is now blowing up in their faces. Hell, even Steve-O, perhaps one of the most savage men on the planet Earth, weighed in on this disappearing ink prank via H3 and disapproved of it. When a guy who was willing to turn himself into literal shark bait, jump bareback into a pile of elephant poop, and throw up live...
Damn right, phallic weapon. There's my homie. I got his back. Plus, like, you know, I don't understand how people can't listen to him and realize that everything he speaks comes from a place of logic and understanding. Like it's pretty. If you don't understand what Nerd City's saying, you're probably a little stupid, to be honest.
On TV tells you you've gone too far, that should be a hell of a wake-up call. If pranking had a pope, it would be Steve-O, and he denounces this content. Hundreds of hours of Daddy of 5's disturbing back catalog has now been dissected in video after video, and it's not over yet.
Shocking video of parents pranking their own children, causing them to burst into tears.
Doesn't it bother you to see your son so upset, crying?
It does bother us.
This was that
Bullshit! I'm sorry, that's such bullshit. That it does not bother you at all. You made your daughter cry and you start laughing in her face, you lying piece of shit.
Popular Daddy
Sorry,
of
it just
5
makes me
YouTube
angry.
channel. Well, now they are down to 3. Child Protective Services.
I'm not a power
stepped in
top or
after
power
an
bottom.
Emergency
I'm just powerful. How about that?
protective order.
So game over. Well, no. We wish. But the Martins have hired a firm that specializes in cleaning negative information off the internet. So if all that heat did not kill this filthy cockroach of a channel, we may need to take some drastic measures to complete the extermination. For that purpose, I have acquired a very unique trinket. The very same ink bottle that Mike and Heather used to destroy their YouTube careers is now in my possession. Little did they know that such a powerful token of their demise would end up in a hater's hand. It's even signed, worthlessly, by the eldest brother, Bully.
Yeah, Reversion, he did Hey, J-Sauce. I heard EG has a man crush on Nerd City. Maybe a little bit, but strictly heterosexual soulmates, J-Sauce. You know that my only crush is on you, girl. There would have been a little ding there, like a little bing when I winked at you. But speaking of J-Sauce, knock out Daddy 05.
Oh.
Yeah, got him. Got him! That's why we got J-Sauce in the house. She knocks out people for us. Let's keep going.
Jake Martin. Now you might be thinking, WTF?
I am not a power top or power bottom or power side.
You get bippity boppity boo. Two very young, aspiring YouTube memorabilia collectors in the state of Maryland acquired this item and reached out via Twitter. At Connor Reef of the CSGO channel Coral Reef and at Matt Squale were savvy enough to know that this item, with such an aura of cruel stupidity, property of the wicked ape of the East, should only be handled by an expert. So now here it is in Nerd City, where its evil and hatred can be harnessed. Over and over on the worst dad on YouTube video, the most frequent comment was
platonic
what kind of
bromance.
dad would laugh while his children are crying. Well,
by the way, that's Nerd City's lovely partner, and she's gorgeous. Okay, I don't have a shot. I don't have a shot.
Let's find out. Tonight's the night.
Tonight's the night.
Man, I hate the air.
What?
Calling name.
Not a shy bottom.
You'll stay plastered.
We're gonna put the ink inside of this lab quality.
Yes, the lovely Nikkei. See, Nerd City does well for himself, right? It's you can see why people like Diorio hate him, because I don't think Diorio would ever have a woman like that in his life.
Crystal vase, which bears the inscription for his work on Daddy of
Devil 05.
Franco, class of 2017, Nerd City, Hater Hall of Fame. We will now use that ink and a little evil science to get inside the mind of Mike Martin.
I think that was probably the first time he ever did the helmet thing.
It worked. I'm inside the mind of Mike. Spoons could not block my hate.
Black order haters.
I now understand the mind of a man who would heat his house with the oven when it's cold.
I even got the damn stove.
You see how good he is?
Open. It's that damn cold.
Who would use Twitter like a Google search bar. How do I stream on Twitch? How do I get Minecraft? I would tweet those searches. I understand the mind of a man who would think for weeks on end that his silver play button was made out of sterling silver. That YouTube would send him a $15,000 bar of silver for having 100,000 subscribers.
This silver play button is not really made out of silver.
I understand the mind of a man who would confuse the word acquisitions with accusations several times. I understand the mind of a man who would...
I love that he's holding her, he's holding his wife like the guy did. Oh my God. You guys see how... It's so fucking funny. Not the situation, but just Nerd's video's interpretation of it.
Lay out a whopping $3,000 a month in rent instead of, say,
yeah, he had spoons
paying down a mortgage or settling old bankruptcy debts. I understand the mind of a man who would be so confused by his need for an excuse that he would simultaneously argue that his videos were both fake and real, and then incriminate himself by admitting wrongdoing across a whole spectrum of possible crimes. I understand the deranged mind of a man who would write these lyrics.
There will never be peace, just pieces, crumble like dead leaves as my heart bleeds. What's a man? One with a baby in hand, or one with a gun in hand, or a protector from this world, with a baby in the left and a gun in the right, aimed at injustice. Lost my mother to a fucked up other pet who needs to be slaughtered, with brains splattered, who made my dreams shatter. Me plus Emma plus Rose. My true family.
Oh, he's ridiculous creative. Like, he really, truly is a mad scientist. Nerd City is.
But Rose will die.
After writing that, would be so tired that he had to draw a ninja. I was tired.
After all those lyrics, he was so tired that he had to draw a ninja. Oh, yeah. You guys can see why why he's like my favorite YouTuber.
I understand the narcissistic mind of a man who would hit his horrific selfies with the Prisma app at full strength and then post multiple results. I understand the mind of a man who would literally fart in the face of his children and then post that onto the internet. I understand the mind of a man who, even though he was adopted himself as a boy, and then took legal custody of a young boy away from his birth mother, would then poke fun at that sensitive topic in order to make the boy cry, and then laugh at him.
Don't put me up for adoption.
And then tell him to change his tampon.
Can you do me a favor? Go change your tampon. I said I have to give you up. Man up.
Oh my God.
Look at this sow. I can't believe I'm attracted to her. I can't take it. It's too disgusting. It's too stupid.
Gave her a big nose. Oh man. So you guys could see, yeah, just grade A material right there. Grade A. So such good shit. Good shit. Oh man. So yes. Now y'all know. Now y'all know what Nerd City be really like. He be spitting them bars, man. Spitting them bars. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's early enough I could do a karaoke song if you guys want or not. I would be pissed if that was how my life... Yeah, dude. I mean, like, to be honest with you, like, as somebody who's kind of grown up in a pretty shitty situation, a lot of the time, I feel for these kids because my situation wasn't that bad, right? My situation was never that bad. Like, imagine, like, because kids really, like, look up to their parents. And to think that, like, they're, to just not be able to trust them with the erratic shit that's going on, it's got to be terrifying. It's got to be a terrifying situation to live in. If everything is good now, then stay offline. Yeah, so if we go back, right, and watch this again, now that you guys have full context of what he did.
What's up, everybody? So...
Come here, boys. Get in here. Get in here. Get in here.
I do have flavor savers in my beard.
Come here.
Come on, Cody and Emma. Hi.
Come here, Rose. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Look, the two kids that got tortured the worst are overweight and not in great health.
In here. Come on. Down here. Mom's in the front.
And that must be the mom that they were having court battles with. So she's, I don't know why she would ever be okay with this. Maybe she was just lonely or something, but this is bad.
I don't know.
Cody's got something to say.
Oh, wait, shit. Sorry, I forgot. Let me do it again. I'll do it again. Professional streamer, guys. Don't try this at home.
So.
Come here, boys. Get in here. Get in here. Get in here.
Oh, you know what? Come here.
Come on, Cody and Emma.
Look, that's the favorite. Look at his armpits.
Come on.
Sweating like crazy.
Come on.
Come on, get in here. Come on. Down here.
This is the kid Cody that got it the worst.
We just want you all to know.
Cody's got something to say. Leave us alone.
It's all done. It's squashed. Everybody's good.
There might be kids
Does it feel good?
Just tell her how you feel. Fuck off. Don't sound like that.
It's all done. It's
So, like he just said, fuck off.
Yeah, now that all the kids are grown-ups.
There you go.
Now the kids are all grown-ups and know better and could beat his ass if they needed to. Now it's done. But when they were helpless kids, it was not done. I'm sorry. It just, I don't know. It doesn't fix anything for me. I still think they suck. I heard E.G.'s beard smells like tuna. Sarah, I heard that you smell like tuna, and it's not your beard. It smells like a fish market down there. It smells straight fishy. I saw a blind man, right? He walked into a fish market and he said, "Woo, good morning, ladies." That's Afro Man right there. What y'all know about Afro Man? Oh my God, dude. I didn't even think that I was on. I didn't even really remember that I was on Twitch, dude. I might get banned again for showing those things. I'll have to just take down the VOD. I think the VODs all come down anyway, but I'm not sure. One question: how did Daddy05 get custody of his kids back? Who did he bribe or threaten? I guess he just must have. I guess maybe they're all of age now. Like maybe Cody turned 18 and he was like the youngest, and now they don't have to worry about the court battles. You know, that's all I can think of. eShift says, "Have you seen Papa Meat? That guy's really weird, but talented edit." Yeah, I love Papa Meat. He makes great animations, dude. I liked his one he did on Invincible with Conquest. He's like, "I'm so lonely," and he starts going into some really weird fetish shit. You have to take Twitch down. Okay, I'll take it down then. I'll take it down. I'm gonna take it down. I think I have it. I think I can set it up so that it comes off automatically, but I don't even know. Yo, I made $50 on Twitch last month. I have no clue how, because Carla is literally the only person who watches me over there. So unless Carla's just dropping bits without me knowing, which I think it would show up in my stream elements. Not again. Yeah, not again. Never again. I will take it down. Yeah, I don't want to get banned off Twitch. I don't want to get banned off Twitch, you know what I'm saying? Have you seen Wavy Web Surf? Yeah, I like Wavy. Wavy can be a little, Wavy on X is I love Wavy's videos, but I feel like Wavy on X is a little kind of full of himself, you know? Like, I've seen him post that he's like a god or something like that. Let me see here if he's on. And he loves drama. He loves drama. He don't follow me, though. What's up with that, Wavy? You don't follow me? If you don't know any warriors to toast, remember to show your appreciation. You don't have to do all that, Anissa. See, like, he's always in with the drama. So he's got, what's this, Augie?
Internet's worst video game critic.
He loves the drama guys. And as you guys know, I'm not overly fans of the drama close circle drama guys, the drama jerk circle, if you will. I heard Carla dropped a bit. Did she? Thank you, Carla. I'm just gonna trust your word on it because I don't have stream elements up. But you be bitting it up. Bit it up. Carla's single-handedly making me money over on Twitch. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you. You're the only person who watches me over there, but that's your platform and you own it. And you are the mod over there, too. So, much love. Much appreciation to you for that. I think we're live on Facebook, too, tonight. So, 30 people in EG lately. That's awesome. Let's go. 2 people over on Later with Lately. It says 24 people over on X. I don't think those numbers are right, though. I don't think those numbers are right. I think that X just counts anybody who slides past it. I think they count anybody who slides past it and count that as a view or a current viewer, because those would be better numbers than I typically get on X. So, but unless it's all Poppy's crew just sitting there making fun of me, which go for it, you weirdos. They were like, "You're so mad." I'm like, dude, you can't see my face. How can you tell if I'm mad or not? Like, I'm having a great time. Like, having a beef with y'all was like the funnest thing. It kept me so entertained at work. I loved it. It was super exciting. I was having fun. Crashing out on X with y'all. Because at the end of the day, I got like a couple hundred followers on X. You had almost 100,000. So you can laugh all day at me, but I'm just using you. I'm just using you for attention. And you shared my channel. You shared my picture. I'm like, yeah, keep going, Poppy. Do it, girl. Do it. Get my name out there so everybody sees how retarded you are. Because those are the people I want to. Everybody who thinks Poppy's retarded, you'll have a good home here. You have a good home here. But yeah, I see one person over on Twitch. Thank you. That's Carla. Don't forget, guys. I'll make an official announcement when I make the official switch from EG Lately to later with EG Lately, because that is what that channel was started for. Was to host the live streams and the VODs and all that stuff. Regira helps me do some editing over there, so I appreciate her for that. I also drop some slap videos over there that aren't on EG Lately, so there are exclusive videos that are on later with EG Lately. So, and that will continue to happen. I mainly have to do that so that I don't get, when I go to monetize that channel someday, I'll be able to, they can't tell me that it's just reused content from EG Lately. And so I put exclusive videos up over there. They're not as high effort as my EG Lately videos, but I still put effort into them. I mean, I have to edit all this stuff. I have to, you know, write out what I'm going to say, all that beautiful stuff. So there's actually a group on YouTube who promotes OnlyFans. What? Is that not the Bop House, right? Hopefully it's not, because the Bop House promotes OnlyFans to minors all the time. It's disgusting. I did a TikTok on it one time. But I got lots to load up today. There's also a Lately Clips channel, which I'm going to eventually get going because, well, I have to wait until both channels are doing well, and then I'll start throwing clips up. Because right now, anything I've put over there gets nothing. Literally no views, no nothing. So, but that's how Later with Lately was, too, at the start. So, no worries about that. But Soul has 8 followers. Damn, go, girl. You get that. Get those followers on X. Get them followers on X. All the World's a Stage. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate you. I love seeing new names. And I know I've seen All the World's a Stage before. But I like seeing people get in here who aren't always regulars. It makes me happy because it means we're heading in the right direction. We do want to become, like, you know, somewhat of a player on YouTube and, you know, as a streamer and a content creator. I'm trying to do both worlds. How many guys do you know to do that, right? I am a creator and a live streamer. Like, I'm doing it all. Daniel's Crew for $5. Have a wonderful, blessed night, y'all, if the stream is over. Thank you, Daniel's Crew. We're heading that way. I did promise you guys, though, an update on the dating situation. I need to have a clip there to be like, dun, 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 dun. Yeah, so, again, went on a date over the weekend. Not just one date, though. 2 dates. That's right. Your boy went on 2 dates with the same person, okay? Was pretty stoked. Hey, hopped over from YouTube. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Skillbane. I appreciate that. Hey, you know what? A little love on Twitch never hurt nobody. Great name. All the World's a Stage is a great name. You guys, a lot of you guys have really great names. Phallic Weapon is my personal favorite because it's just like it's like a penis weapon, which is not just a penis weapon, but it's like a soft penis as a weapon. It's pretty funny. Daniel's Crew says I'm all ears. Yeah. So I was like feeling like you know, maybe I was, you know, not doing well with her in the courting department, but turns out like no, I was doing pretty good. And you know, so we went on one date. It was on, I want to say like maybe Saturday night, and then we did one on Sunday night as well. So she wanted to see your boy not once, but twice over the weekend, okay? How about that for them apples? And she's gorgeous. We get along really well. She's beautiful. I was a bit of a power bottom. You know what I'm saying? When she pulled out the strap on, I was just like, let's go, girl. We got this. Part of the Shakespeare poem. Yeah. Like it. But, yeah. Anyway. Oh, EG relationship tea time. Yes. So things are going really well right now. I mean, you know, who knows? I talked to her about maybe being a guest on the stream sometime. She, as per, you know, she has a real job, so she wouldn't come on with her face, but she would be like on a mic. And that's going to be a little ways down the road because she hasn't met the family yet. So we got a ways to go. We're taking it slow because I did only a few months ago end it a. I didn't say anything about a strap-on. Nothing. CEG. I was just trying to play around with you guys. Now you're gonna run wild with that. All right. At least she was a girl wearing it, right? But no, your boy. Let's just say your boy did good this weekend. Okay. No goon necessary. That's all I'm gonna say about that. No goon necessary. But anyway, I think that's where we'll end it tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. I know you heard me say it. I was trying to throw you guys a curveball, see if you were paying attention. The hair will grow back. It'll grow back. I think I went a little shorter than I wanted to go. I wanted to go like right where it touches my shoulders, but it did not happen that way. That's why you don't cut your hair when you're half asleep, folks. Yeah, the internet folks forget that normal people with regular lives exist. Yes, they do. It's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts. But I'm pretty excited. I'm very happy. I think that this could be a good thing for me. So, but yeah, I know I've been pestering Soul, getting advice on what I should do sometimes about certain things, but she hasn't let me wrong. Hasn't let me wrong yet. And so, we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, thanks to Nerd City for letting me watch this video. Thanks for stopping by the chat today. Much appreciate you, brother. Great work again on the Daddy 05 stuff. Just really, it's timeless content. You can go back and watch it. I highly suggest you guys go check out his full coverage of that whole Daddy 05 situation. I know I showed the second video in full, but the first video, I think you guys should go watch it because it's a very impressive video. Plus, you want to show he shows us love. Let's make sure we return the favor. Go comment, go like it, give it some watch time, help boost his channel. If you haven't subscribed, what the heck are you doing? So show Nerd City some love. Other than that, I think that was it. I think that's all we got to do today. I'll be back on Thursday. Tomorrow I have an interview. Once I find out the channel, I will put it in the Discord. So if you guys want to come and watch me get interviewed, it's at 8 o'clock. I'm not sure if it's live, though. But if it's live, I'll give you guys the interview. But I'll give you guys the thing. But I'm getting interviewed tomorrow. So that should be fun. And in the meantime, I'll see you guys on the next one. Let Chase Sauce punch one more person out.